Alright, this is part 3 of the series, so I'm not going to waste any time. If you don't know how this works, watch the first 2. 7 different viewers made a ship, but the twist this time is that 2 people dropped out, so only 5 people made a ship. Everyone give it up for Stu, who made 3 parts, and sit back and enjoy the video. Alright, I'm going to trust future me to, well, future for me, past for you. I'm going to trust future me to have done an intro, so here we are. We're starting in with black. This is Gamma's section. And it's 500,000. Well, holy shit. Oh, this is sweet. Why did they, like, punish a Titan? Oh god, there's more. Sadly, this was made when rigging actually saved properly. Rigging just doesn't save, by the way, so I'm just going to have to guess where these rigs went. I have no idea how I'm supposed to figure out where these go. I'm doing my best here. I just had to reset because I botched it so bad. I'm going to assume these ones, since they have like a massive up and down positioning. I'm going to assume that they just go here. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, that looks correct. The insane flesh totem. I'm going to remove the temporary AI that the creator forgot to remove. Yeah, then again, I just reloaded and it's gone again, so... Yeah, because there is currently a minor bug where if you reload, your rigging just disappears. It's really annoying. Once it's fixed, I'll have to coordinate... Oh, this comes off. It doesn't, like, aim, it just comes off. I'll have to see what the hell that does. I kind of let the lack of rigging detract from the ship itself. This ship is sick. I'm going to just quickly deco these so it's not red, because that annoys me. We'll see about that. Oh my god, this thing goes so far down. It's like a mini pyre on the front. We will explore internals once it's all put together. I'm going to be done with this for now, because this thing holds a lot of secrets, and I don't want to spoil the secrets. I want to see this, I want to see this all at once. Also, that's viewer retention, baby. You want to actually see what this thing does? Wait. You gotta wait until the end of the video to see what it does. Alright, red section now, I believe. I've gotten good enough to remember the general order. This is by Stealther. And this one... Oh, curse it all. You know, nobody in ship number 2 actually used any sub-vehicles. I miss that. It makes it quite a lot harder to transfer over. So I'm going to have to copy that there are sub-objects. Oh, that's cool. To make the arch, these are using like the door frame, but just stretched to the side. That's cool. Okay, so we have now a control room. It is facing backwards. But you know what? There's one little forward-facing one that faces straight into the wall of the one behind it. You know, it's a well-defended bridge. Nobody can deny that this bridge will be hard to hit from in front. It'll be easy to hit from everywhere else. I see this person's still using the old manual, the manually placed rigging. Well, there are mods for that will just automatically place the rigging for you. Why are these decorations? There's an underwater bridge. What would you call an underwater bridge? Because an underwater bridge kind of doesn't make sense. You have a bridge go over water. That's why it's called bridge. Because it goes over water like a normal bridge. Oh my god, once again, this person didn't plan for the person in front of them to be so tall. Now it is time for the first of 3 sections that are built by Stu. This, I believe it's orange next? Yep, orange. Built by Stu. Now, it is covered in guns that are like, it is covered in piddly, shitty guns. And also this ungodly doom cram. Like, look, it's going. Oh, it's got a bunch of little miniguns. Who the hell is? Who are these for? Are these for like killing people? Like this. I love these guns actually. They're a great piece of decoration, but I will never pretend they're anything but decoration. So it's just like, oh yeah, these. So we've got these little machine guns, you know, these little human-powered machine guns. You could probably pick it up and fire it if you had like a second person to hold the front to deal with the recoil. Also, you can have a man walk down the barrel of this cannon. Now that's a giant propeller. They didn't know which way's front and which way's back. We'll see if that will actually... Are we gonna have, like, 3 bridges facing backwards? No, actually, I do know. This person did... Yep, no, it's backwards. But the bridge is the right way. And that giant-ass doom cram is the one sub-object on the ship. You know what? You only need one. If it's a sufficient sub-object, you don't need any more. Ooh, that's not correct. Okay. So what do I do now? What do I do? It just exploded. I do hate the way From the Depths handles subconstructs. If a subconstruct dies, like, they're just gone. You can't, like, you can't rebuild it from nothing or anything. It's just gone. Alright, so for some reason, it seems like the tractor beam's just disconnected at some point. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's sick. This person used the lower deck as... I'm so glad I actually took the time. I was, like, kind of mulling in my head. I'm like, should I just not and leave the submarines exploded? I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I did not leave the submarines exploded, because it looks like there's a whole internal mechanism for this. So yeah, there's gotta be there's a bunch of pistons and spin blocks happening in there. There's gotta be like some way that this deploys it beforehand. I'm excited to see that. Let's see how it actually looks. Even though it's theoretically not blocked at all, this right here still counts as blocking it. Unfortunate. But I guess there's our retreating thruster. Ooh, there's some cool below deck structures there. I'm not gonna look at that yet. Each one of these looks like they were very, very competently made to match with the rest of themselves, which I really like, actually. What the fuck? Okay, so this is yellow done by Anti-Orphan Machine. What the hell? We finally have our first, like, proper bullshit segment. Who put the fucking, like... This is the floating... Oh, it's a shower. It's a shower head with... Is it just gonna dump diff shells? Or just straight up... Oh, ammo ejector. I see. I see. So it floats above it with a bunch of ammo ejectors. The moment it's broken, it just nukes the enemy. We'll see how well that works. Down here, though, I need to check something. Yeah, so, Anti-Orphan Machine never said anything about, like, hey, do we have to put... Like, I was thinking maybe they asked if we had to do detection, and I'm like, oh yeah, do you think you should do detection? Do detection if you need to. And so they just decided to be an ass about it and do nothing but detection, but I don't think that exchange ever happened like that. You know, I was complaining about sub-objects. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have. This was like... It's kind of sick. What the... I see someone has dumped their entire phone gallery full of memes here, so I'm gonna try to ignore that until we do the underground tour. Oh, okay, light blocks are expensive, right? 20. How much did this section cost? How much did this section cost? Yeah, no. That's really expensive. Alright. This is the second person who didn't want to do the top part of the superstructure, so they just, like, crappily tacked on a railing. You're gonna spend how much time to make the shower head? And you can't put in, like, you can't just extend this back by 2 blocks. Wait. Okay. I feel like I have to do this at least. I feel like I have to do this. All right, there. The staircase works again. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? Doing the weird, like, panopticon shit. And this is like a bridge, but they didn't even give it a floor. All you had to do was this. Maybe preferably with a different block, but that's all you had to do to give it a floor. All right, green section. Let's see, this is where the floating superstructure starts. Once again, nobody's built a proper internal to the floating superstructure. I'm disappointed in all of you. Of all 3 people, nobody built like an interior to the floating superstructure. Shame on all of my viewers who did free work for me, and a lot of it. Thank you very much. I hope it's known as sarcastic. No shame. Oh yeah, sorry. This laser warner is obstructed and cannot function. You see, because there's something obstructing it, and so it cannot function. I hate how they... Oh, we need to spin these. I need to remember to flip my mannequins. Actually, okay, listen. I don't want to shit on the artist's vision. I like this better. I like the idea even better that he is just fat lounging over here. Absolutely no care in the world about the fact that there's, like, war happening. There we go. He's got, like... I love him No. This is way better. Him propping his head against the steering wheel. Hell yeah. He's looking at whatever this is. He is trying to figure out what the hell... There was a bit of a disconnect between the different contractors, and he's trying to, like, daydream and imagine what the hell the person who built this does in their personal life. What deranged mind cooked this up? Are there any other mannequins that need flipped? I don't think so. We want to talk about deranged minds. There are 2 different genders of insane in this ship. That is one of them. Let's see if we can find a third. You mentioned Stu Pryor. They actually got 2 consecutive... They covered for 2 consecutive parts here. So, blue and white was done by Stu. And let's see... Oh my god. Alright, look at this. It's kind of... Actually, it's kind of disturbing. You see, it has been so long since I've seen, like, this much continuity side by side. It's kind of throwing me off. I'm used to it being, like, a complete hobbled mess that changes style every, like, 20 meters. The fact that we have some stylistic consistency here really throws me off. It looks unnatural. It's not the way I was raised. So here's what happened, is they were contracting a massive group of people to design this ship, and these people got the original sketches. Everybody else couldn't figure out and had to improvise. Except this person. This person, like, intentionally went off the rails. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? No, the rigging! I never even thought to put rigging on the end of a rangefinder. That's actually really smart. The rigging update is so broken, and I still don't know if we have any information on if and or when it's going to be fixed. Thankfully, this one's obvious enough where all the riggings go that I can confidently rebuild them. Or maybe not. Surely that just goes there. Surely. What the fuck? The rigging! It's so broken! And it makes me sad! Because it's so cool! Yeah, there's just some fucked up rig nexus down here. I don't know. And I want to see what these are supposed to look like, but instead I get some weird... I know what these ones are supposed to look like. They're supposed to connect right here, and then look like a cool-ass chain holding this giant totem together. But watch this, as I reload the ship. You will see for my next trick, all of the chains disappear. This rigging stays. I don't know what the difference is. Then there's a mystery rig. Oh my god. What are you? This one's like arced upside down. And yeah, this one disappears. I don't... Listen, I have with me a drink. And I intended to drink it a little slower, so I wouldn't be like actually drunk during the recording. I'm feeling it a little bit. If any of you out there are alcoholics, still wishing to meet your protein input, you gotta try this drink. And again, if you're an alcoholic, you're probably not gonna make an elaborate mixed drink. It's not that elaborate. Okay, you make a daiquiri, but you water it down, add a little bit of lemon juice, and then 2 whole eggs, yolk and all, raw, straight in it. This shit is delicious. And it's drinkable dinner. Boom, what could go wrong? But god damn, it's just like, it's so cool and it barely works, and it makes me sad. If it was awful and boring and lame and nobody liked it and it barely worked, that would be fine, but it's cool and it barely works. You're like a scientist trying to reconnect a fossil from its bones and be like, I think this is where the ligaments all go. I don't know though. We can only assume that the dinosaur was actually shrink-wrapped to its bones, just like every living creature on the planet nowadays. Alright, I'm gonna reload, and depending on how broken it is, I am ripping every rig off the ship. But look at this, it looks so cool with the rigs though! But the rigs look so cool! And I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna put it back, and it's gonna look like garbage! It's gonna look like garbage, I know it! I know it! We also have to remove the blue. Oh, most of it kind of worked. These ones didn't, meaning, you go, and you go. And you broke, so you die. Also, with the alcoholic joke, this drink has a half a shot of rum, and I am drinking it with 2 different glasses of water, one sparkling flavored water, one normal water, and I'm eating with it. Drink responsibly and don't drink often. Remember that. Oh, and also, don't talk shit on me for, like, noticeably slurring my words off of half a shot of rum. Do you see the kind of garbage I have to cope with? Don't make fun of me for drinking rum. Also, don't make fun of me for calling half a shot of rum something to cope with. Also, don't make fun of me for saying I'm drinking to cope immediately after saying to drink responsibly. Perhaps I'm just stupid. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about how the things that all of the mean names you call me in the comments section, how they really hurt and they really hit home? Because yeah, I am stupid. I'm actually dumb as fuck. This person was prophetic. They looked into the past and saw that the Himmelbeam was like a massive damage dealer and were like, I gotta fix that. I gotta immediately, I'm just gonna spam laser warners. But I am thrilled to actually see what the lower decks of this thing looks like. Gotta walk up the stairs, gotta jankily slam my face up the stairs. So, I assume we're launching the scary totem out of here, because looking at this is a missile decorator. Horrifying semi-religious iconography aside, this is a really, really well-built set. Oh, actually, once again, this one is covered in laser warners too. And munition warners. Wow, there is like a lot. You know what? Good job on all of the redundant detection components. I'm curious on how many detection components we have. I don't know if there's a way to see just those. Why is our flag green? What? Can't decide if it wants to be green or pirate. I guess our ship belongs to Libya. Because yes, for a while Libya was just, their flag was just solid green. Nothing else, no pattern, no other color, no variation, just flat green rectangle. What is this floor? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like, whoa, this is a cool effect. What do you use to get this floor? This is the bottom side of repair. This is the meta chasing ship. No way. No way. This comes out being the cheapest of the three. I'm pissed. How on earth is this the cheapest of the three? What? No. And I'm seeing now why this one was 460 materials. Because it's using repair bots as its... Fuck you. I'm mad because the repair bot layer looks so good. I miss the fuel processors. Hey, Goji, why are you trying to eat my microphone? Okay, I shit you not, my cat just walked into my room, walked up to me, jumped on the arm of my chair, stepped up on my knee, and stuck her face directly between my face and my microphone. Just purely trying to sabotage. Oh, and now I try to pet her and she runs away. Now she's just ignoring me. She decided to spend like 3-4 seconds just messing up my recording and then leave. Okay, there's a camera controller. Then it's just these two little, these are the only cameras. It's a strange choice to make this like, I honestly thought I was going to like go to some terrifying, like somewhere in here they had hid a camera facing straight at like a picture and like painted everything around it square so it looked like one of the views was just in the hell dimension. No, just normal. Some decent interior work though. I'm seeing a lot more like nice looking interiors out of this one than any of the others, which I massively approve of. They need to make it so doors you can just configure to close automatically after a while. Ooh. I really like this hallway. I don't know what to say. It's very simple, but I just really like the vibe of the sloped sides of that hallway. Oh yes, they do it everywhere. Oh, this is probably down to the lower bridge. How many splash sounds do you need from the depths, please? I swear to God. Wait, did that bulkhead just close on its own? That's the thing I was saying. Do they do that? I don't think they do that. How did that do that? Okay, so going up, I like staggered down. Going down, you hear like 20 splashes. And the sad part is that technically Rambot is not the proper way to play the game anymore, so they're probably never fixing that. I love guns big enough to have their own internals, despite the fact that the game does not like allowing you to walk on gun internals. Once again, that closed on its own. What the hell is happening? And then it doesn't do it when I want it to do it. Instead of placing down a bunch of expensive components, this person used the decorations tool. That's actually sick. I might need to keep that in mind. Battery and a pleek. Why is there just a picture? Did you forget to remove your reference picture? That's really funny. Oh! They do the beds like how I do the beds. Granted, I don't think the way I do beds is like wildly unique. I'm pretty sure the vanilla... I'm not gonna look. That person seems to be doing something private. I'm pretty sure one of the vanilla Lightning Hoods barracks do that. Damn. Oh, and then I guess if the crews ever want to... The crew ever wants to kill themselves by jumping into the turret well, there's a nice convenient door to do just that. Oh, that's cool. He's carrying the shells to reload it, but backwards because mannequins don't transfer correctly. The ground floor bulkhead to the turret makes sense. I don't know about the other ones up there. I didn't know that the crew quarters suicide well is well thought out. What is this? Oh, that's sick. There's a whole boiler room down here. That's what one of the things that I actually do love the most is building a nice fleshed out interior. I don't go this far. I don't know if I have the skill to go this far. I don't go this far, but I like to actually build a nice interior. And I kind of was trying to force people into that by saying that there is a lower deck that you have to build out. And unfortunately, a lot of people were just like, okay, I'll just, put a walkway in between it. Which, again, like I said, it's free labor. I can't complain. Oh, hang on. I guess this looks even closer to real life than I thought it would. It did it again! It did it again! You saw it! It did it again! Oh my god, I've been closing every door behind me. I didn't realize doors were actually just timed. Okay. So, huge news, guys. The door is... Huh. I didn't realize that texture was almost straight ripped from a real thing. I'm learning a lot from this ship. Like the fact that the doors actually do in fact close themselves. Now, I feel like I gotta explore the whole thing, because there might be more, pictures of femboys. I feel like these were just forgotten. I'm gonna be honest. This person made all this along with 2 other sections. I want you to consider, this is the guy that made 3 sections. That is crazy. Chef! Chair! Crappy salad. Crystal salad. The finest cuisine you can find on Neater. Bowl of rocks. I love interiors. I saw more femboys, so I guess I won't be disappointed. I'm just gonna point out that that's 2 independent sections, right next to each other, in fact, that included furry femboy art in their, I mean, I'm not gonna complain about... I'm gonna complain about the professionalism of it. Let's not put this in the video. Let's be professionals about it. DM it to me directly. I shouldn't probably tell my audience to DM me furry femboy art. That would be unwise for me to do. Oh, hey, more force fem. Related to force fem. Lobotomy Corporation. Okay, Freddy Fazbear can't take a high explosive round. North Korean propaganda. Trans femme. Okay. Once again, just drink responsibly and check your balls for cancer. I was wrong. These poles are also decorations. It's just never mind, this is a mimic. It's a mimic, not a decoration. Oh, foolish. The person who made this section, whom I think I might have actually forgotten to credit, Sam's 13450. Or 13450. I don't know. They were given a chance to tell me how to pronounce their name. I didn't say to do that, but I said, tell me what you want me to credit you as, otherwise I'm doing it by your name, so they should have known that that includes pronunciation. Anyway, this person included a very, very reasonable number of repair bots. Sadly, it is completely offset by whatever the hell the person in front did. More by Stu, so let's see. It's more of the same. Oh my god. There's so much. There's just so much. Are actual, like, ships color-coded like this? Like green and red? I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh wait, this balcony sucks. Okay, so this turret is programmed to aim this far back. So you're gonna step out on this balcony, chill right here. This turret's gonna decide to activate, swing in, pin you against the wall, and then you get your ears blasted out by the muzzle kaboom? What do you call that? The muzzle sound. Muzzle kaboom. You'll get your ears blown out by the muzzle kaboom, and your throat burnt out by the muzzle heat, and your eyes blinded out by the muzzle flash. That one's actually a real term. Okay, we got more shell magazines here. Looks like a lot more of the same. Okay, I guess I'm reviewing the top part now. I'm stuck. See, it's just filled with hazards. I did happen to notice there is a plane on this gun. Oh, I'm back to the fucking BDSM cannon balcony again. I don't want to get pinned down and have my ears blown out by a cannon. Stop. There's this ungodly It's actually crazy well done for like a micro build. Does it have nukes on its underside? I'd love to be able to see. It does. It has tiny nukes on the bottom to be the... Oh my god, and it's got a glass, like a flat glass pole to be the blur of the engine spinning. That is so cool. Oh my god, it's like a hatch in the... It's like a hatch in the bottom for the plane, sort of like how a Zeppelin does it. See, this person took this as like a Zeppelin-esque interior. What on earth is this? Oh, smokestack. Man, I can't fathom why, but there are a pair of ship wheels facing out the back. You can see the wide open deep blue sea, and also that fuck-ass shower head. Ah, you see, this one didn't have anyone put custom jet engines. Both of the other ones had someone put a giant-ass custom jet engine, or many giant-ass custom jet engines. This one decided, you know what? You know what I should put on boat? Propeller. Let's see how it fights. I want to see this thing fight, largely because I'm just curious what this thing does. Well, I can figure out what it does. I just want to see it do. Are these torpedoes or missiles is the real question. They are torpedoes, so the giant human living totem torpedoes. That feels incorrect. What do the submarines do? Are they going outwards? They are going outwards, which is sick. Significantly cooler than what the planes did, although that is a kind of a cool explosion. 50-50, I'll have to see what the boats actually do. Oh, first blood, and it was a lot of blood, actually. Oh, never mind, most of that damage is from ramming into the planes, I see. It was a reasonable amount of blood, actually. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's what caused all the projectiles to despawn, even though I have the projectile limits quite cranked. So yes, as I assumed, it would kill itself. Oh my fucking god. That's not how a shower is supposed to be. You know what this is? You know what this is? Hang on. These, like, electric shower heads. This type shit. Yes, the electric shower head that, like, heats the water as you go. This is what happens if, like, it short circuits. This is exactly what happens to you. Well, let's see if this does good damage. What are these? Oh, there are multiple oh, some of them are frag. Oh, God. It's like frag, high explosive. It looks like just frag and high explosive. Oh, no, they're incendiary. They're frag, high explosive, and incendiary. Well, we'll see what the hell this happens. We'll see what the hell happens to the Kraken after all of this finishes, maybe it's a good thing I did this in slow motion. Because otherwise, the ship would, oh god. Otherwise, I think this would completely kill my PC. But since it's so slow, it's dealing with it quite well. And it's gone. And it one-tapped it. Neat. So what I'm going to do, really quick, 1 million damage from projectiles. 1 million physical damage just from that. God damn. Is bullshit. This... I had an idea similar to this, but I'm like... I rejected it. I got my little board of video ideas, and this is rejected for being unethical. Everything on this ship is either scary, femboy porn, or bullshit. Except for actually, there's a lot of very normal. I'd say this is relatively normal. Alright. We're going to do this again. Temporarily. I'm removing the first strike cheese. Just temporarily. Purely because I want to see kind of what the rest of the ship does. But that was the entire reason I was in slow motion, because I was worried that it would be sort of a blink and you miss it. Actually, that's what we need to do. We need to watch that again, but at full speed. Yep, like I said, it was just gonna kill my PC. It kinda missed. It didn't like miss, but it was kinda off center. Still insta-killed it though. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, those are projectiles that bounced off the shield. Anyway. Alright, back to it. We're doing this again without the shower head. Just because I want to see what everything else does. We can't let it completely steal the show. We can't let it be the only system that gets damage. Though I guess I have to admit, yes, the particle cannon did reach the enemy faster than the shower head. On account of its, like, a particle accelerator. Actually, you know what? The particle cannons, their charge time should be from when they start aiming. Like, they shouldn't be able to hold a charge like this. They should, like, build up, and then the moment the charge hits max, fire. And then if there's no enemy, they're not building up. Because it doesn't really make sense. Is this thing just, like, yo-yoing the particle back and forth, ready to fire whenever? Alright, and we'll do the cross. We'll do a proper capital ship, not near its side. It's a punching bag. The plane. There we go. The planes get to go. Other than them exploding instantly upon launch, they work pretty well. What's that purple one? Which gun is purple? This gun is purple. So this thing is significantly more packed with firepower than the other ones. Except this can't turn. I love the turrets being everywhere. That is one of my favorite vibes, is there being turrets just everywhere. Yeah, no, the turrets can't turn. There we go, fix the turrets. Alright, let's try it again. This time the big turrets work, because I kind of just want to see what this plane does. Please? Alright, hopefully this thing... Godspeed, hopefully this little shitter doesn't get shot down. Ooh, what are these missiles? These missiles are really cool pattern. Oh, these guys. Are they breadboard? Nope. Nope, they're just really cool pattern. Oh, they just happen to move in a really cool pattern. Uh-oh. Oh, 7 in the comment section for that pilot. Turns out flying 20 meters away from some ship with functioning AA was unwise. Now, this thing has, this thing doesn't have as much active defense as the other ones. In fact, it is really lacking. There's one interceptor rack, and I think that's literally just it. I don't think there's any other CIWS to it, so... Hey, this thing's got a weakness. Alright, they're going again! We've still done a lot of damage. We did a full million without the instant 1 million damage ship. Yeah, ship, technically. Does he make it? He does kill himself. I don't know if the kamikaze was intended, but... That's gotta be, like, the worst. Can you imagine doing, like, a suicide run in a plane and landing, like, a nice hit on the bow of the enemy ship and, like, taking a small chunk out of the wooden decking and nothing deeper? Oh, he's... I don't know how much that was his damage, but... Yeah, no, the pilot's kamikaze was quite unsatisfactory. We got another one. Let's see. Actually... Wait, no, I'll look at this one. What the fuck? What are they doing? Oh, that's one of the totem torpedoes. And it's just eating so much CIWS fire. Does that mean our plane got... Nope, our plane still got shot down. God damn! Oh, that's what happened back here. So yeah, this thing has a lot of damage output. Oh, come on. Look at it. Okay, it's so funny. I just wish it had, a payload. I wish it did damage. Oh god, the AI should be... The AI is almost completely gone. In fact, it's gonna die just due to damage, which is wild. But I think it's pretty close to the AI just catching fire and burning. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, why is this shield not disconnecting? Is this shield just here for a, Is this it is. Oh my god. Gamma made it, knowing that it was annoying to build sub-objects, just made it So I click one button and it unsub-objects it. That's so cool. Ooh, I also want to see how... Sorry. I'm just redoing the fight over and over again because I want to see how all of these different weapon systems work. Oh, the showerhead, the showerhead, the showerhead. No. You get to go. I just want to see the rat deploy. Does it like immediately run into itself and die? That's so sad. That is so depressing. No! It's got the cool, like, underwater dock that automatically deploys it and, like, times it. And it just immediately, like, boosts straight into the back of the section in front of it. That's really funny. I'm going to see about flipping them backwards. Alright, let's see what the shower head does to it. Okay, that's really cool. It's like a really cool visual. Did it just barely punched a hole in the AI. Oh, no, I think that's the thing's like backup AI. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of the shower head that one-shots everything. What does this little tiny little submarine do? He's done like 3.5 million damage. It's chalked. Alright. We just turn it? Surely it'll work eventually. I want this to work. Let's see if we can kill the Meg. The Meg is like pretty badly overcosted, to be honest. For what it does. Okay, please. Please, I've given you everything. A little bit of lag. A little bit of lag, a little bit of damage. Actually, that's a very small amount of damage. Was it, like, prematurely detonated? Oh no, it just hasn't gone off yet. Maybe? Come on. Escape! Leave! Survive! Yes! Alright, our torpedo subs actually don't do it. Don't do... Okay. Alright, I've tweaked pretty much every system to the point of working. Damn. Just absolutely rammed through the plane. That is so... Oh. I can't tell where it is. It's hurting my eyes. Why are we not moving? You know, the subs are way over here. The subs are way behind it. Why isn't it moving? Are these just gonna... Is the Meg just gonna ram us? Okay. I don't know if this is good for the Meg. I don't know if that was good, because it rammed a pontoon and lost the entire front of it. Oh! The field pushed it underwater! It's an underwater megalodon. Actually, that's all of them, never mind. It did take off one of our torpedoes, but... What the hell? What is wrong with this Huh? It didn't do anything. It just... It's so gingerly like... What is happening? The missile like gingerly set itself upon. The showerhead's just whipping around. For some reason, the Meg decided to ram into us and got counterattacked and just slammed underwater. Alright, please do a normal thing, plane. The plane's not doing a normal. It went straight up and killed itself. I'm done. Alright, we're moving on. That Meg fight was cursed. There's something wrong with it. There's bad juju in the air. I'm moving on. We're sicking this up against the other one. This was supposed to fight the winner of last episode, but spoilers ahead, it was a draw. We're gonna flip a coin. Heads is Himmel. Tails is... Alright, this thing gets to fight 200 decibels Horse Shawarma. Unless this thing hits like Golden Albatross's tanky ass midsection, I think it'll just one shot. If it does hit Golden Albatross section, probably still one shot, but it'll be a slower one shot. Actually, I don't think it'll be a one shot if it lands right there. Alright, let's see how this fight goes. What the hell? Oh. The shower missed. I genuinely don't know how. I'm confused by how that happened. I think the math was off. Himmel is ascending. Is anything else shooting? My game is freezing. I'm gonna try to speed this up for you, but here is actual speed. Okay, so fight number 2. No attacks have been made, except for the Himmel beam, and it is now just flying away. It's completely... It is like unplayably laggy. If 200 decibels Horse Shawarma gets 3,000 meters away, I'm calling it a retreat. I'm calling it a forfeit. 200 decibels Horse Shawarma might forfeit this. The laser's doing fuck all for damage because it's not a strong enough laser to do any damage through the attenuation. And my game! My PC! Okay, it's 3,000 meters away. Himmel just ascended. Himmel just left. So, by default, we're going to say the unnamed Collab Frame 3 won by default. Oh shit, we're in space. Oh. Himmel in space. Okay. Alright, this wonderful mess has managed to go to space and leave. What the what? That is one of the weirdest things I've seen happen. What is happening? I hit kill all enemies and now it's like it's got the like label on it like it's out of play, but it's just I'm killing everything and I'm restarting. It's still alive. What? Oh, it's just... Oh. Oh. That's new. Okay. Okay, so the 200 decibels Horse Shawarma ascended and blew up my game in order to avoid the fight, so I'm scared to give it to Collab Frame 3 because 200 decibels Horse Shawarma might come for me. However, 200 decibels Horse Shawarma lost that. Okay, now this time we got Collab Frame 3 versus the Identity Crisis. Let us see who wins. Oh god. Okay, let's see how well... the Crisis handles this. That's not a terribly heavily armored section. It might just split in half. Like, there's a very good chance it just splits in half off of this. Off of this? Nope. Melazor's parkour section is completely gone, but it's survived. Is the fire gonna destroy all these missiles? Okay. This actually knocked out a shockingly small amount of firepower. But I don't know if it can survive much longer. It's been doing so much damage. Oh, there goes that gun. Oh, yep, there it goes. All right, let's see if our anti-air can deal with the missile. It went for the shield and failed to detonate. There it goes. That... It did nothing. That was incredibly weird. Oh. And that huge torpedo has to... Oh god, the shield. The shield completely cucked the nuke and the giant torpedo. Look at the damage numbers up there. It's something like 5 million total. Whoa. The shield fighting off the nuke. He's trying to grab it. He's trying to grab it to throw it back. Wait, he threw it back! Oh no, it's too far away. That is so funny. Is the magic wand just gonna sink? I don't think it's buoyant. I think it just slowly sinks forever. Yep, it's going down. So the shield, it didn't even actually go off. The shield actually successfully stopped the wand. Which is insane. Oh! Speaking of the magic wand. Oh. That is terrifying. The Seeker missile. No! Oh, it got toasted by the laser. As is the theme, this railgun stays the entire time. This railgun is like crazy well built with meta armor scheme around it. This is like the centerpiece of the DPS of the Crisis. The magic wand is pretty cool, and it does do good damage against ships that don't have a counter, but it is counterable. This is not. Alright, the freaky femboy bullshit seems to have just too much meta. An absolutely insurmountable amount of meta, and whatever that is. Also, alright, we now have the freaky femboy cult. Okay, it's freaky as in like they have a bunch of living humans chained together into a totem pole. Actually, some of you freaks are into that. I can pretty much guarantee some of you freaks are. Okay. It's the fine line between horror and fetish content, which is very, very blurry. Okay, I guess it can't be a fine and a blurry line. The blurry line between femboy, what? Okay, I almost said the blurry line between femboy and horror content, but that still works. Regardless, That is now the here, let me line them all up side by side, actually. All right, here are our 3 collab frames, and it is... I love it. I'm so happy, because, like, barely any... There's, like, absolutely no overlap between these sections. They're all so unique. I had so much fun. I'm a little bummed. Only a little bummed, though, that these videos aren't performing well. Maybe someday, with a bigger audience, with better performance, I will revisit this. But for now, I'm happy with how it turned out. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see. You're probably not going to see more like this for a while, but if you have any other suggestions, even slightly similar to this, or, you know, just back to normal form of just weird ships that I can build, leave them in the comments below. They might make it into a video. But I'm also thinking of maybe just condensing all 3 of these down into like a supercut, a smaller and more palatable 3-part video or 1-part video. But either way, regardless of what happens and regardless of what you do, thank you for watching and have a nice day. Take care.